What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Mike Drop Sports. I'm Jason. That's Sean. We are here, week 16, ready to roll. What is up, Sean?
Let's go. Let's go. We got the Ravens today, you guys. Let's do
Ready to
this.
roll. What is up, Sean? Hold on, Sean. Hold on.
Let's go. We got the Ravens today.
We got to hear Sean talk yet again. Sorry about that, my friends. But that was definitely a miscue. What's up, Code Reviews, Daniel Warman, James Bauman, TD, all in the chat. What's up, guys? We're going to talk Pittsburgh Steelers early and often here in a Week 16 matchup that means a lot for the Pittsburgh Steelers, means a lot for the Baltimore Ravens, Sean. Let's get some key injuries out of the way here on our live Pittsburgh Steelers pregame show here again on Mike Drop Sports, the show we like to call Steel City Live. But anyway, guys, make sure you're double tapping that screen, hitting the shit out of that like button for us here as we dive through the show. We will field your comments, questions, and concerns inside of the live chat. But again, let's go over some of these injuries, Sean, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, my friend. Fields out, Abdomen, Deshaun Elliott, George Pickens still dealing with what they were dealing with here over the last couple weeks, but that's who's out for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Everybody else expected to be in the lineup, man. What are you thinking? What are you feeling here with that short injury list, but significant key players?
Yeah, these are some big names that we're missing today, and it's got me a little bit worried because this is a very big game. I feel like every week that we come into at this point of the season is the biggest game of the year for us. So it sucks when you lose these kind of players. And the only thing that I got to fall back on is our depth and other key players that we don't hear about every day that are wanting to go out and make a name for themselves. So let's hope that somebody steps up today and has a big game and maybe opens up our eyes and we're like, hey, this guy can play.
Yeah, you're going to have guys. The projected starting lineup was Van Jefferson in that wide receiver room. Van Jefferson, Calvin Austin, and Scotty Miller being your top three. Mike Williams not projected in to be that one of those starters. So it's definitely something that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have to just throw early, throw often, in my opinion. Two guys like Pat Freiermuth, Scotty Miller, Van Jefferson has come up clutch. Calvin Austin. But this brings me to my first thing. We talked about the injuries for the Steelers. We'll talk about a couple key injuries for the Baltimore Ravens also. Again, good to see Anger Offside Edits in the chat. Joshua Shields, what's up? We'll get to all you guys in a second. I wanted to talk about some comments from a former Baltimore Raven and Bart Scott. Bart Scott said they aren't afraid of Calvin Austin. They're not afraid of that wide receiver room without George Pickens. But who should the Baltimore Ravens be afraid of, Sean, in your opinion, inside of that pass game for the Pittsburgh Steelers here in Week 16?
They don't call him dangerous for nothing. Come on. We got Russell Wilson. He's going to go out there and pick you guys apart today. We got to stay positive. Let's go. And Scotty Miller, I've been seeing him making some plays, bro. Like, this kid can play. And you know what? I'm kind of excited to see him on the field today.
Yeah, man, it doesn't hurt having Scotty Too Hottie out there, man. That's his nickname. Scotty Too Hottie. Whoop, whoop. There we go. It is what it is, man. Yeah, Freiermuth, James, for sure. No doubt about it, Sean. What are you thinking there, man? Freiermuth, Darnell, Jalen out of the backfield. Those guys. Or do you think we'll get a little bit more of the same? Attempts to McCole Pruitt, attempts to Cordell Patterson, non-existent Mike Williams, no pass targets to the tight ends. Or do you think you're going to see something a little bit different here with what's all at stake here in Baltimore?
I do. I think that Russ is going to utilize the tight ends more today. When you're missing Pickens, that's what you kind of got to go to. We got Freiermuth, we got Darnell, and these guys have shown already this year that they're capable of making big plays. So why not, create a scheme around these guys?
Yeah, utilize them, man. Utilize them. Again, a lot riding on this, guys. A lot riding on it. What's up, Danny George? Again, we'll get to your comments, questions, and concerns in a minute. We're continuing to dive through here a little bit on our live Pittsburgh Steelers pregame show. If you're not going to watch now, you can watch it later. But make sure you are double tapping that screen, hitting that like button for us here on our show, our live Steelers pregame show. Lamar Jackson, Sean, 12-0. Week 15 and beyond in the regular season. Does that frighten you, my friend?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
No.
I know Lamar is good, but bro, I just feel like The Steelers have his number. The Steelers know how to play against a Lamar Jackson-led offense. They're really good about setting the edge. They're really good about making him stay in the pocket and not get outside and extend the plays. So I'm not too worried about Lamar. I think it's going to be a classic AFC North battle between Baltimore and Pittsburgh, and nobody's getting out of this game with more than 3 points for their victory.
Yeah, that's it. Well, here's something that's a staggering statistic. The Baltimore Ravens favored by 6 points at home. Do you think that's a little much here by the guys in Vegas, or do you think that's fair considering the Steelers are on the road? They're missing a couple key, big time players, but yet own this rivalry as of late. Do you think it's fair to be 6 point dogs in Baltimore?
I can see. I feel like the way I see it is that's a good way to get people to bite. You know, it sounds like not very much. Oh, 6 points. That's less than a touchdown. They should be able to do that. But these games usually are decided by 3 points, and that's a big way for like any betters to make a lot of money. So I'm just kind of looking outside, thinking outside the box. But
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me. The only thing that matters at the end of the day is who gets the W.
I know why they did it by 6 points, Sean. And you brought up something, the betters. Yes, the betters, but the people that are trying to collect the money from the betters, they don't want you to win. So when they put the Baltimore Ravens at 6 point favorites, they understand the dynamic. They understand that it is an AFC North matchup. It usually comes down to a last second, last minute field goal. They usually know that these games aren't separated by a ton. But most people think that the Baltimore Ravens are going to win this football game, considering that it's at home. But they put the point spread high enough that if you did bet on the Baltimore Ravens, that the chances of them beating the Pittsburgh Steelers by 6 points, no matter where this game is played, is very slim to none. I mean, it's quite obvious, my friends.
I guess I'm kind of used to it at this point this season. I feel like all year long I've been hearing all these critics say that Baltimore Ravens are a higher powered offense. They're a better football team than Pittsburgh, regardless of the records and regardless of who's already won between the two this year. It's just a narrative they're trying to shove down our throats. So I feel like I'm just kind of numb to it at this point.
Yeah,
The
no
Steelers,
shit.
they should just go in there and not worry about it and just handle business today. That'd be pretty awesome to see.
Boy, would it ever. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. So, guys, if you are picking the spread today, you would be better served to pick the Pittsburgh Steelers because why? It's probably going to be them covering that number. They're not going to lose by 6. So you would probably win because the Baltimore Ravens won't cover that +6, in my opinion. I don't think that would happen. So for all you betting fans out there, your safe money is on Pittsburgh, regardless of winning or losing. Again, I believe that the spread will be covered, and I believe that this game comes down to a last second field goal. I think we're both pretty much on that. Russ Tamuth's going to be fired today. I hope Offside Edits Danny George in the house. Daniel Warman, in my opinion, Queen should have one job, keeping Henry from the big run. Yeah, I'll say this, though, Sean, and I understand that for sure. Key on him, have a guy that follows him around. But I think also if you're playing defense against this offense, you're going to be a little less running around on the back end today. And I say that why? Nelson Aguilar out. Rashard Bateman, questionable for the Baltimore Ravens, will be a game time decision depending on warm-ups. With their two key targets out, Sean, do you think it's going to be a little bit easier for the Steelers defensively in terms of the back end and being able to play guys like Derrick Henry and shutting him down a little bit more even than what they do already when they play him?
I mean, yeah, it's going to be a little relieving to know that they're not at their full 100% along with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that might help out a little bit, but it's still going to be a big challenge at the end of the day. These two teams really know how to play each other, and it's just such a close game every single time. So
Yes.
we just got to hope that we have no big injuries going further into today, and we can get through this, in like a clean fashion, if you will. Whether it's win or lose, we don't want to lose any more of our key players.
No, we can't afford no more of the big name guys going out. Absolutely not, man. Also, Sean out of Baltimore waived on Friday. Just yesterday, one Deontay Johnson hits the waiver wire. He got waived by the Baltimore Ravens, even though they have trouble at the wide receiver spot due to injury. That should tell you a little bit about what was going on with Deontay Johnson, even though they have a team need at wide receiver right now due to injury. They cut the former Pittsburgh Steeler.
Anytime any wide receiver gets cut by the Pittsburgh Steelers or sent to another team, it's usually for a really good reason. And I kind of knew then that Deontay Johnson has issues and he's a problem. He's a cancer in the locker room, and obviously that's what's going on.
Something.
And that cancer can wipe out a team morale faster than anything and make your team really. It's a major distraction. And at this point of the season, when it's all everybody's fighting for their playoff spot, you can't have that in there. So they went
Yeah.
ahead and got rid of the cancer. And you know what? Good job, Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other logical explanation. When you have two wide receivers that are injured, you have Deontay Johnson, a former big name guy for the Steelers, a guy that they relied on heavily, that beat Baltimore in several instances in terms of helping beat Baltimore. They had Fitz trying to cover him at times, but yet they just said fuck it and they gave up on him. So there had to have been some sort of issue, and it had to be personal. There had to be some personal issues as a teammate that was causing distraction. No doubt about it, man. What's up, Armin? What's up, Miss Pittsburgh? Let's keep going. Steelers are going to be a second seed. Hi, Sean. Bless you all. Man, that would be nice if the Steelers were a second seed. Armin says, I hope hold on. I hope Lamar has not, or he's not going to have his best from him today. Yeah, hopefully not. Does Mike Williams get a catch today? I hope so. Sean, do you think they incorporate? Is this finally the week that they get Mike Williams involved into this lineup and actually producing?
I'd say there's a pretty good chance of that. Yeah, I'd say he goes out there and gets a play. Let's hope he gets
one
two.
play, or do you think he's going to get more? Do you think he's going to actually be used today?
Oh man, I don't have much faith in that right now, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes, he will be utilized a little bit more today. We could see a couple of plays from Mike Williams today. Let's hope so. Anyways, come on.
There you go. I have zero faith. I think he gets one catch as normal. I hope that I'm wrong, but I think that that's what happens. Armin, how do you rate the chance for an upset of Buffalo in the last three matches? This is the NFL. Anybody can win or lose, man, and that's how we really kind of think here. The margins are razor thin. You're honestly, guys, look at what would make the NFL the most money in terms of matchups and ratings and what they would want to happen down the road. And that's how you can kind of pick your winners, man. I hate to say it, but it honestly seems like that. So if you're a betting person, that's how you want to kind of gauge your bets. What's going to benefit the NFL in the most financial gain in terms of financial gain? I hope they'll lose at least one. Yeah, they might, man. Kevin says Steelers possibly go without a win the rest of the way. That's from Kevin. I think that's always a possibility, but Sean, I don't see that happening. I see the Steelers winning at least one more of these games for sure. But what do you think, Sean? Do you think the Steelers could possibly go winless here these last three matches?
No way, bro. The Steelers are going to win at least one or two more games this season. I predicted them to be 12 wins. My way too early prediction, but I still feel that they have that chance to finish out with 12 wins. And I definitely do. These other teams, like Jason said, any given Sunday, I still think the Steelers are going to go out there and put a spanking on Patrick Mahomes coming Christmas Day. I think the Steelers got that game.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so. It's damn. I just want to get this conspiracy theory thought out of my head, though. What I have here, guys, of like they want nothing more than this AFC North division to come down to the final last couple weeks. The last week they won Week 18 to mean so much, and yeah, I got to get it out of my head. I don't want to think that, so we're not going to think that anymore. Daniel Werman said they said he was away from the team and not showing up. That was about Deontay Johnson. Yeah, he's a turd, man. Who cares what happens to him anymore? Well, we're going to wipe Deontay Johnson off the list.
See you later, Deontay.
See you later, DJ. All right, James Bauman says Peyton Wilson and Queen need to be on point covering Andrews and Isaiah Likely today. I think so, definitely. It's definitely a big time challenge for this Pittsburgh Steelers team historically over the last several seasons, Sean, to be able to really handle those tight ends handle them properly. You see often tight ends beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in big, big ways throughout a football game. How do you think this linebacking core and the secondary are going to rise up to the challenge here today against the tight ends, knowing that their top two wide receiver targets are out? Would that possibly help them covering those two big tight end targets?
Today it's going to be a true testament on Minka Fitzpatrick when it comes to these tight ends. He's got to cover. Minka really needs to show up today and give the linebackers a really good hand in that department, because Landon Roberts gets torched when it comes to the pass in the middle of the field, and it shows each and every week. Although I love Landon Roberts, he does he kind of lacks in that department, but he makes huge plays at stuffing the run, and he can sniff the ball out. He's always there, but he just doesn't have that capability to cover somebody like Joey Porter Jr. or somebody like that. So Minka has got to step up and help these guys today.
Yeah, no doubt. Inger just said he got a text notification from the NFL that said Bateman will be playing. Yeah, we knew Pickens was out, Inger. Thank you, though. We knew that here for a while. So we appreciate that. But the Rashard Bateman news is definitely something new that's developing here. That was going to be a game time decision as we approach the 3:15 area here, about an hour before kickoff here. Uh, Steelers Ravens week 16. But yeah, so Rashard Bateman, according to Inger, he will play. Uh, there you go. So that might help them out a little bit, but he does have an injured foot. So we'll see how effective he may be. All right, guys, you got to double tap that screen, hit that like button, man. It's free, it's easy, and not hitting it to the end of the show doesn't help us at all. You got to hit it here when you come in. You got to hit it early. I know there's more than 20 or 13 of you that are regulars that are in here each and every day in here right now. So make sure you double tap that screen or hit the three little white dots up in the right hand corner of your screen and hit that like button to help send us out into the YouTube algorithm. Truly appreciate that. It's free, man. It's not asking you for any money. It's asking you to literally hit a like button. That's it. So help your boy out. Help us out big time. We appreciate it. James, Kevin, that's blasphemy. Inger says, I predicted Ravens would waive Deontay Johnson. Well, I don't think that was a big one to predict there, Inger. I love you, brother. That wouldn't have took a fucking rocket scientist, my friend, to figure that one out. Sorry. But yes, you did predict it, Inger. I know you did. You were on the show and you said that would happen. So we will give Inger credit because he is a Ravens fan and one that comes here and contributes. So we are definitely appreciative of you, my friend. Daniel Warman, the Bengals have a chance. If so, the Steelers better try to keep them out. Just saying they are good in the playoffs. That's from Daniel Warman. Yeah, it's a 2% chance. The Broncos have to lose every game remaining, Sean. And they need help from the Indianapolis Colts this week and the Miami Dolphins. They need both of them to lose a game also. Do you think the stars could align for that 2% chance for the Cincinnati Bengals to perhaps sneak into the playoffs, man?
No way, bro. Like, it's not going to happen. Not with that defense they have. They let up way too many big plays, way too much points. They just don't have the defense to make a playoff run this year. That's my humble opinion.
Yeah, I don't think so either, Daniel. I would like it for Daniel because we love Daniel and we want him to have a good postseason, something to cheer about. But I don't think that would definitely. I don't think it's going to happen. And it is true. You don't want the Bengals inside of there. They definitely have a dangerous offense. You don't want them inside of the playoffs. But with the defense, Sean, that's suspect. I think a defense plays a lot into playoff football, man. I think it becomes a lot of bad weather games, a lot of games that you have to be able to perform at a significant level defensively. And I think teams that rely heavily on offense that really have no defense to speak of, I think find themselves in trouble in postseason play. What do you think about that? Teams that maybe lack a little bit in the defensive category.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that defense wins championships, and like you said, you're getting into the season where you got like icy conditions, snow, rain, and you can't really rely on big plays and offense. You got to have a good defense out there to stop a good run game, and that's what the Steelers have. We have a great defense, and I'm sorry I had to boast about that for a second, but as far as like the Bengals and other teams, yeah, they don't have the defense to help them get far into the playoffs or even make the playoffs at all. So yeah, defense is crucial. It's probably number one.
No doubt. Lily, let's go Steelers from Navajo Nation. Here we go. Well, salute to you guys out there in Navajo Nation. Armin, this comment is for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you, Armin. Inger, I'll swear to you on my life in March, I predicted Vikings would draft J.J. McCarthy. Well, there you go, Inger. You should get a show, my friend, and start predicting some of this stuff, though, brother. Maybe we'll have to bring you on and maybe you can give us some predictions. Just says any players you would like the Steelers to draft. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you here right now. I am not looking at any draft stuff. This is the 2024 season right now. I'm not looking at any draft stuff. I could not give you an accurate assessment of anybody other than the biggest names in college football. And sadly, not sadly, thankfully, the Steelers never pick up there where you get the big name guys, the huge names in college football. So I really would not have anybody that I would be preferring right now. So you have to wait till summer when Sean and I do a gazillion draft shows. Not summer, after the season when we do a bunch of that stuff. So make sure that you tune in then, and we will definitely give you all of our answers to those questions. Wilder Ways, NFL corporate has scripted 3 more Steelers losses. We go 10-7 with a one and done playoff run. Tomlin winner, never a losing season. Najee another 1,000-yarder. Lombardi not in the script. Where'd you see the script, bro? I'd like to see the script. Sean, did you see the script yet?
Bro, if you've seen that script and you haven't leaked it for $1,000,000, then bro,
Yes.
what are you really doing? Like,
Yes.
where is the script? This secret, like, is there a subscription we got to subscribe to see it?
Yes. No, I'm wondering, is it script times New Roman or what is it? But anyway, wave that
Who
terrible
has it?
tally for Miss Pittsburgh. AK Davis in the house. Hi guys, this is a statement game for Tomlin. It'd be great to win a big game at this point in the season. Can he get it done, Sean? Everybody wants to say that it's not in the script, that it's not something that the Steelers have been known to do over the last decade here. Can the Steelers finally rise up and get one of these big, meaningful wins here? Because this is one of those. And the Steelers haven't been able to get those done here as of basically a decade here. They haven't been able to win these monster matchups, these most meaningful games that are on their schedule. Do the Steelers get it done today?
Honestly, there is a good chance they can get it done today. It's also falls on Lamar. Like Lamar, he can't win these big games in these big situations either. So I mean, that's why I think it's just going to be a close game no matter what. But yeah, the Steelers can do it today. And that's going to put a sock in a lot of people's mouths right there. So I'm really hoping for a win today. I really want this one.
Amen, man. You want those wins, man, no doubt. I'm not sure the Steelers can get it done. We'll give our score predictions at the end. Oh, Inger's just a new team. Well, hey, man, you get a little bit older, Inger. You come if you want to get into the media game. I'll always give you an opportunity, man. I always help people out. So, James Bauman, I got the Steelers 12-5. Inger says Lions are falling off, and I'm watching Chiefs versus Texans, and Chiefs are winning 24-16. Texans ball. Hervey Dunn. Here we go. Steelers, king of the North. Miss Pittsburgh hit the like button and hit the shit out of the like button. Not just hit it. Beat the shit out of that thing. Beat it up. For the best show in the universe. It's right here on Mike Drop Sports. I'm Jason. That's Sean. Again, double tap that screen for the like or hit the little drop down box. Dylan says, Mike Drop Sports, what's up, brother? Hope Steelers Nation is good. Let's win the North. Thank you, Dylan. I hope so too. Thank you for joining in. TD, weather is going to be a factor, and running game on both sides will be a factor. What is the weather report? I did not look at it, man. Did you see it, Sean, by chance?
No, sir. Did not even look. I'm
Let me
going to
see.
guess, considering what I'm used to, it's going to be cold.
Baltimore, Maryland. Let me get the weather. So the Baltimore right now, mostly cloudy. This is at 3:10 p.m., mostly cloudy. 35 degrees, precipitation 0, humidity at
Oh,
38%. wind at 10 miles per hour. At game time today, it should be hovering around 35 to 39 degrees. That's where it should be. I do not think weather will play a role in this. I don't see any precipitation in the forecast here today. So I think we should be good. I'm not sure. It will be cold, though. No doubt about that. It will be cold, TD. So hopefully that's all that happens. But wind 8 mile an hour, I don't think will be too much of a problem, but you never know. Wave that terrible towel for Miss Pittsburgh. Don't come in here and say "Who Day." It is the most stupid thing of
What?
all sports.
Where?
Somebody
Oh
says
my God! I'm deleting that.
Fortaleza Productions. Who Day? Please, it's so annoying. It's the dumbest thing in all of sports. It's the dumbest phrase in all of sports. Please stop saying it.
Oh my
Oh,
God! Yeah, who day? I tell you what, day not in first place.
who Day? Who Day gonna beat down Black? Who Day? Who Day? Like, why? Why?
Oh my God, bro!
Would you not be totally embarrassed saying that, having those words come out of your mouth in public? Would that not be the most embarrassing thing to ever say in your life?
Sorry, but this is cracking me up. Yeah, bro. That's why I just wouldn't speak such such a language. It's not even a language. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of Bengals talk. It's funny.
Stupidese.
It's silly.
TD, congratulations. 7 months as a Mic Drop Mafia member. Thank you, TD. He is also a moderator. Thank you, TD. Appreciate that very, very much for your contributions to us here at Mic Drop Sports and the show Steel City Live. As always, Herbie Dunn. As long as Watt can play the whole game, we should be good. I don't know about that. We'll see. I hope. How effective, Sean, do you think TJ Watt's going to be with that low ankle sprain? Do you think he's had enough time to get over that? Do you think that he can be TJ Watt today?
Yeah, I do. I think he's going to be TJ Watt. He's going to be a menace today. He's going to be all over the place. Guys like that, they're going to go out there. They're going to tape up. They're going to do whatever. Take some Motrin before the game, and you're going to go out there. And once you're in the game, in the heat of the moment, your adrenaline takes over, and you don't even notice shit like that. You just go out there and do what you train to do each and every day of your life, and that's get to the quarterback.
Amen, man. Buckle down, button that chin strap up, and go after these people, man. This is for all the marbles. All right, guys, you got to double tap that screen, hit that like button. I know there's more than 20 of you in here that are dedicated Mic Drop Sports watchers, so make sure you're double tapping that screen. We need it during the show, not after, during or before. Make sure you're hitting the shit out of that like button. We truly appreciate it. Congratulations, Miss Pittsburgh. 9 months as a Mic Drop Mafia member. We truly appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Pittsburgh, for your contributions each and every day. Let's keep going. Inger says if the Steelers win this game, they will be AFC North champs. Absolutely, they will, Inger. Daniel Warman, hey, guys, are the Steelers' defensive line, they are all healthy and playing. Yeah, they are all healthy and playing, Sean. It appears to be a complete unit up front defensively for the Steelers. From the outside linebackers in, man. How big of a role and what kind of significance does that beam onto this Pittsburgh Steelers team to have that whole defensive front complete today?
It's so huge for the Steelers. That is probably the biggest story that's not being talked about is the whole defensive line being there ready for today's game, ready to keep Lamar Jackson controlled and make him stay in that pocket and deliver the ball while Cam Hayward is crushing in on it with TJ Watt and Highsmith and even a little bit of Herbig sprinkled in there. And hey, let's not forget about Peyton Wilson too, Elandon Roberts. Oh my God. We are so lucky to have our defense, and that's why we have a good shot at taking the North today.
Today, baby. Today. Daniel, we did that. James, Cam, 2 sacks. Today, Steelers get 1 turnover from James Bauman. I hope so. Challenger 22, what's up, man? Says Steelers better get it done or they might be a wild card team. They might. Stranger shit's happen, man.
At least the door will still be open. It's not like they haven't taken it from the wild card spot before.
Yeah, 6th seed, baby. First team to ever do that, 6th seed. Miss Pittsburgh, they said it on Hard Knocks. I'm not sure what you guys was talking about there. Ingers, these 2 players used to be on be one of the bets, the Steelers, but you hardly hear their names. These two players who are Minka Fitzpatrick and Cameron Hayward. You hear Cam Hayward every single week as he makes splash plays every single week. So you do hear his name every single week, Inger. That one. Minka, you don't hear his name as much. Only people that really truly know the game, watch the game, and understand the schematics of the game really can value Minka Fitzpatrick's contributions. And that's just sadly what it is. Most fans don't understand what he's doing out there, don't understand what contributions he is making because he's not putting those splash plays out there. So, yeah, you don't hear his name as often, but definitely teams have to respect him. I want to switch gears here, Sean. I want to switch offensively here. And I wanted to say something about the Pittsburgh Steelers offensively a little bit. I think the Steelers got to do this, and I don't know if you agree with me. And I've been thinking about it here the last couple of days. I don't feel like they utilize motions and things enough in order for Russell Wilson to start to recognize, hey, if I move Najee out here, I can identify who's covering him. Is the safety covering him? Is the linebacker covering him? Am I going to have Najee now on that short to intermediate game to be able to dump the ball down like we talk about so much, Sean? And I think the Steelers need to use that. And I think it will open up that short to intermediate pass game in a big, big way. I would love to see a lot more motion today, a lot more shifts in the offensive set. And it's not to confuse the defense, it's more for the intellectual purposes and processing purposes of one Russell Wilson. What do you think about that? Do you think I'm onto something there? Do you think it's something they should do? And do you think it could open up that short to intermediate game?
Yeah, I think you're onto something. As you said that, I started thinking, and it's like, man, you're right. I can't really think of much game calls where they're out there moving receivers around on the line, or the tight ends, or the running backs, any of it. So, I think you may be onto something, and yeah, that really does help. And I would love to see that today too. And you know what? I'm gonna keep my eyes open for that today and see if they make any kind of changes in that direction, bro.
I would love to see Russell Wilson just come up to the line of scrimmage, even if you have the sidecar in the running back. You have Najee or Jalen as your sidecar. You move Najee out to the wing. You can move him back once you identify what's going on defensively and who you think is going to be picking up that coverage. You can move him back if you want to, if that's a necessity for the play. You're just using the motions and the shifts to identify where those players are going to be covering and what area you're going to be at. And I think that that's got to be something they focus on today without George Pickens, because you need to be able to play that chess match. You need to be able to work and find those guys that are going to have that quick first step off the line and perhaps be open by a guy covering them 10 yards off the football. That has to be, it just has to be used, man. And I just get so frustrated. I still feel like we're very vanilla. I'm not sure about you. I still feel like this offense is very, very plain and vanilla.
Yeah, it does have that feel to it this year. And man, I really hope to see some changes in that, and especially looking forward, like from today moving forward. Start moving guys around. That's such a good point, Jason. And man, they something's got to change because it's been hard to watch. They're
Mm.
horrible on third down, and they're
Oh,
not getting it done in the red zone. So they got to fucking, excuse my language, they got to change something.
well, they're actually okay on third down. You know where they're the worst, Sean, percentage wise? First and second down. They're bad. They're
Uh,
bad, bad.
you
But
you
anyway,
got to get, you're right, on first and second down. You should be like, I like seeing it when they move the chains on second down. I don't even want to see third down come up because they've been so bad. They got to move
yes.
the chains way more.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Daniel Warman says, I should have warned him about Who Day. I know better this year. We just love ours Bengals. I know it, man. That's the only thing that drives me nuts. So that guy gets a flag on the play. He'll be the first flag recipient today. All right, guys, make sure to double tapping that screen, hitting that like button. I'm Jason. That's Sean here on our live Pittsburgh Steelers pregame show. As always, we appreciate those likes. We value those shares. Those are the most important way to help us here at the channel. Also, guys, make sure you are subscribing to the best show in town if you aren't already. We will be back also today following the Pittsburgh Steelers Baltimore Ravens game, win or lose, with a live Pittsburgh Steelers post game show. Hervey says, Mahomes has high ankle sprain. He's not looking back, and Watt is a low ankle sprain, so he should be okay. Yeah, no doubt, man. High ankle's tough. High ankle is tough. And when you're dealing with these ligaments, it's just dependent on the severity and the player, the person. It's
Oh, I think we lost Jason there for a second. We'll see if he can get that fixed.
I'm back.
There he is. There he is.
Somebody tried to call me. Sorry, no big deal. Froggy Insider, Xmas hype for this game. Infinite Light, Ravens, the better team. I don't know if I can say that, Sean. They're a 9-5 football team that the Steelers scored 0 touchdowns against. They beat them several weeks back in a game that was highly emotional in Pittsburgh. Uh, the special teams for the Ravens has been very suspect this year. The Pittsburgh Steelers have the best special teams game, and they play the Ravens really well. Are you thinking this? Are you on board with the rest of the national media and the rest of these people that are blinded by all the variables? They only want to see what they want to see. They don't look at the whole picture. Are the Ravens really that much better than the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I feel like it's just somebody's biased opinion, and you're entitled to your own opinion out there, brother, but you're not going to force some false narrative down my throat and try to convince me that the Ravens are the better team when they don't have the record to prove that, and they've already lost to the Steelers this year, and you possibly might get swept today. So, bro, I would pump your brakes a little bit.
Yeah, and how many times have they beat the Steelers in the last several years? Not many. What's Lamar Jackson's record against the Steelers? Not good. Hey, here's the thing, Sean. People can keep picking the Ravens because eventually they're going to have to beat the Steelers at least one time. I mean, shit, you could be wrong 50 times, and that one time you're right, everybody will come into the chat and be like, we told you. It only took you 55 fucking guesses.
Yeah, that is so true. But you're a little insane when you talk like that.
I agree, man. Definition of insanity, man. Repeating the same shit over and over again, expecting a different result. Nation, native, no Pickens. We're going to lose. I don't think so. James Bauman, 24-14 from James. That's for the Steelers. Parasitic Steelers winning the division today. Sons of Sammy Davis, like Roethlisberger in a bathroom stall. Oh,
What does that mean?
We're getting a little personal now. We're talking about Big Ben's legal issues back in the day. Hey, guess what? He's a millionaire dude, and he's probably not done as many bad things as you've probably done. So there you go. It is what it is. TD, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe and turn on the notification button. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it, TD. We're not going to have George in there today. No, we are not. James Bauman, my biggest hope for the offense is Smith does not call that damn pitch play. Sean, if I see that fucking pitch play one more time, I might just jump off a bridge, bro.
You're going to see it today, you guys. It's not going anywhere. They're going to keep trying to do this for some reason. We don't get it. Man, you just got to let them go out there and fail a couple times, I guess. I don't know what to say about that.
What's the over and under, Sean? How many times do you think you see the pitch play today?
Man, at least 3.
I say you see that pitch play 6 times today. I would almost venture to say. That's my guess. I'm going to count it today. I've not counted it before, but I think you see the pitch play 6 times at the very least today from the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think that spells one thing. If you see that pitch play 6 or more times, I could say that's a Pittsburgh Steelers loss. I honestly can. We got to say this, Sean. I don't think the Steelers can win if they play and only have the ball 2 times or 1 time in the second half against the Ravens this week. I think they lose yet again, man. How do they fix that, Sean? How do they eliminate not getting the football like that in the second half again this week in Week 16?
Well, they got to change it up. They can't be playing such a dull offensive scheme. You gotta come up with some kind of game plan other than coming out on first down and running the ball the first down and second down, and then trying to pass on third down, which is so predictable. And I feel like that's kind of like what they've been doing. They got to go out there and move the chains, like I said, on first down and second down today. If they can do that and also convert on those few times they get those third downs, if they were to play that way, you're going to win the game. You got to score in the red zone. These are the, you know what? Let me just wipe the whole slate clean. I can sum it up in two problem areas: third downs and the damn red zone. If they can clean up their act in those two areas right there, they should win today. It's that
Yeah,
simple.
I agree, man. I agree. Also, too, Sean, injuries for today again. Let's keep going. Larry Ogunjobi will be out actually, so they won't be full strength.
Mm.
He's out. Deontay Jackson will be out. Um, yeah, Deshaun and the rest of the ones we listed. So we're also going to be missing Lario and Deontay Jackson. So I think that opens things up for Corey Trice, man. We might see some
Hey,
Corey Trice today, bro.
roll the dice with Corey Trice, and we're going to see another pick six, baby, because that's what Trice does. He takes the ball away. The guy's a ball hawk.
I wish we'd see a pick six from Corey Trice. Has he ever got one?
No, not in the NFL, not that I'm aware of. He did have a pick earlier in the season though,
Yeah, he
but he
did in
needs.
Denver, didn't he?
Yeah, and another big team too. Yeah, he
No
steps up
doubt.
in big moments, man. This guy can do it. I love Corey Trice.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Me too. I'm ready for some Corey Trice avatar shit. So let's go through right now, guys. The big matchups today for the Steelers against the Ravens. Again, this is for the AFC North. So we'll see what happens there. And if the Steelers are able to get it done, my friend. Have you thought of late here when you're looking at the Ravens, Sean? Do you think their defense has been a little bit better? Do you think this is going to be a little bit more of a bigger task for the Steelers in order to get this win against this defense of the Ravens? But they played teams like the Giants. Are you overly concerned?
No, I'm not overly concerned. I know it's going to be a tight game, and it's just going to be a battle no matter what. Yeah, there is going to be no easy big plays today. It's going to be a hard fought defensive battle like we can usually expect to see with these two. So,
Mm,
no, I don't think it's a big concern. I think that they should be mentally prepared for this today. If we know Mike Tomlin, he's probably been telling them this all week. You know, this is going to be a battle. This is going to be who's going to control the clock and all about turnovers.
yeah, man. Turnovers, Steelers, and interceptions. They rank third in the league with interceptions with 15. But a guy that has pretty much the most is Deontay Jackson, and he will be out. The Ravens are 20th in the league, only with 8 interceptions. However, the Ravens lead the Steelers in the sack category. They have 43. They rank third in the NFL, Sean. That's where I think I'm concerned there. And the Steelers are only 14th in the league, but they play a little bit a different style this year, as opposed to just pinning your ears back and going after the quarterback. They try to create turnovers and batted balls and things of that nature also. But the Steelers rushing yards against per game, the Baltimore Ravens only are giving up 80.17 yards per game in the rushing department. Could this be another disaster outing for one Najee Harris in terms of statistical categories like yards? He's not been big here as of late.
Yeah, I don't see him getting much yardage today. Um, that defense in Baltimore is real, you know, and they have been playing good lately. And yeah, this is just going to be. I see Najee maybe like getting like 50 yards, 60 yards today. Like that's my guess. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody's going to have a big game today. Like this is going to take a full team effort to get this W today.
No doubt, man. I agree. All you guys that just joined us in the chat, welcome. Thank you. Daniel says 28-24 Steelers. Herbie Dunn 24-21. I'll be at the Steelers victory party. I'm excited, Steelers Nation. Thank you, guys. I did the injuries, Inger, so thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Daniel, we did that. AK Davis says Smith is going to continue running the pitch play. He should at least not keep running it with Najee. He's a power back and does not have the speed on the edges for that type of play. Absolutely, it should be Warren. Downtown John Broadway. If we had Jerome Bettis, we could get those yards and TDs. But how about Jalen Warren as the alternate? I agree. Mark Malone, old Naj, will have plenty of 1 yard plunges on first down. Yeah, Sean, they can't do that, bro. And we're going to start winding it down here, guys. But you got to hit the shit out of that like button for us here on our live Pittsburgh Steelers pregame show. I'm Jason, that's Sean. The Steelers can't come out and run, pass. Who do you blame for that? Because honestly, I need to know who should be at fault for that bullshit type of play calling. Is it Arthur Smith? Is it Mikey fucking T? What is it?
I'm pointing my finger at Arthur Smith, man. Like this is supposed to be his offense. He's the coordinator, so it's gonna fall in his lap with me.
Yeah. It has to be somebody got to get the blame, man. Somebody got to get the blame, whoever that may be. But somebody's going to have to start taking some fucking accountability. And those people in that media room, if you don't start asking those questions of why do you guys run, pass continually? Why do you put McCole Pruitt in? Why do you put Patterson in significant moments? Why are you not running Jaylen Warren? Why does he get 3 touches in the rushing game a week when Najee Harris hasn't had a 100-yard game in a long time this season? I'm just saying. And if you look at Najee's career numbers, they're not that impressive. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell everybody. They want to look at the overall amount of yardage. The guy averages 60 fucking yards a game, if that. Like, he's not lights out, bro. I'm just saying. Why? When are we going to mix it up, Sean? Is today the day? The Steelers and Mike Tomlin, wake up.
Snap out of it. Go out there and take the damn North, Mike T. Come on.
Yeah. Wake the fuck up, Mike. Wake up.
You better be listening, Tomlin, because we're talking to you.
Yeah, why? He needs to listen here. He wants some schematics. We'll give it to him. We'll tell him how to get it the fuck done, man. Use some motions. Don't run it every first and second down. Mix it up a little bit. Identify. Allow Russell Wilson to cook a little bit. Allow him to use his intelligence on the football field a little bit. And play the game the way it's supposed to be. Actually manage your clock correctly. Manage the roster correctly. Manage the situational football correctly. Because you can't do that in this game, man. You can't have mistakes, Sean. All right. Your score prediction, Sean, Sunday, Week 16, Steelers, Ravens, M&T Bank Stadium. Who do you got? And give us a little insight of why.
God, this pains me to say it, but I'm gonna say Ravens win today, 23-20 over our Pittsburgh Steelers. I hate saying this. God, it's so hard for me to say that. But I said this earlier. I was thinking this last night, and I was just thinking about everything, and just because of the players we're missing, it's really going to sting and hurt. And I feel like I don't have much faith in the scheme, as we were talking about with this Arthur Smith offense, with the run pass thing, until I see some changes, like in the schematics. I just kind of feel like they don't have what it takes to go into the Baltimore Ravens Stadium and get a win today. And I also feel like the AFC North always comes down to the very last damn week of the season to find out who's going to be the king of the North. And if we win today, then that's just a little bit too early. And they got hard knocks going on, like a lot of distractions. I don't know, guys. I'm just going to have to pick the Ravens on this one today, 23-20. I'm sorry if that is hard for you to hear that. It's hard for me to say it. Okay.
I agree, man. Sean, I think is pretty accurate, guys. I think that score will be pretty close, man. And I, too, am picking the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers today in Baltimore. I'm going to go 24-21 Baltimore on a last-second field goal by Justin Tucker. One shining moment about that is if it does come down to that, Tucker might miss and you might get some overtime football today, which isn't out of the realm of possibility. So 24-21 Baltimore today. That's what I think will happen. Sean picks Baltimore 21?
23-20.
23-20. So Sean got Baltimore also. So we're across the board here with picking Baltimore. I just think the injuries are going to be a little bit too much for the Steelers to overcome, and they've looked dreadful without George Pickens offensively, and Arthur Smith has looked bad, like Matt Canada like. Give me something that could be a bright spot for the Steelers in terms of a splash play, Sean. What's your prediction in terms of any type of splash play that you may think we see today?
Something's telling me that Peyton Wilson is going to make a big impact today. He's going to do some kind of big play, whether it's a fumble recovery or an interception or just a big hit causing a fumble. But keep your eye on Peyton Wilson today.
Sean likes Peyton Wilson. I'm also going to stay in that same category defensively, Sean. The big moment, I think, for defense will come from the hands of one Patrick Queen. I think Patrick Queen picks Lamar Jackson off, or I think that he causes a fumble and picks it up. But I think Patrick Queen scores in Baltimore today on a wild, crazy play that might perhaps be enough to swing the momentum for the Pittsburgh Steelers, hopefully. So I do think Patrick Queen is going to make that splash play on defense. Offense, Sean, who could potentially make that splash play today there?
You know what? I'm feeling Pat Freiermuth, our tight end. Big play from the big guy. Let's see it today. Come on, Dangerous. Let's cook.
Baby, hit it. I'm going to pick Calvin Austin. I think he gets a big splash play today. I think he gets a 60-plus yard touchdown reception from Russell Wilson. I just think that he will be able to ignite the Steelers at some point in this game. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. I don't think it will be. But those are our players that maybe could be cool predictions if it does happen and does pan out. Remember, we have given a couple that were right. Peyton Wilson a couple times. Yeah, we've done a couple things that were good predictions that we lucked out on and got right. So we'll see if those come true. All right, Sean, anything in closing here, my friend, as the Steelers approach this game here in about 30 minutes?
Yeah, let's all enjoy this game today. Let's keep our blood pressures down. Let's not stress. Let's enjoy this ride because this has been a magical season and it's not over yet. So keep your heads up, guys, and we'll see you right here on Mic Drop Sports, Steel City Live after the game.
Amen, man, no doubt. And also, Sean, so all the bandwagon fans, if the Steelers win, will at least know the chat will be full. They were silent here because the Steelers lost last week, so you don't got all the fair weather assholes in here right now talking their shit. But after the game, man, if the Steelers win, make sure the chat will probably be fired up. So, yeah. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Sean, for joining us. We will be back again following the Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens Week 16 matchup here on Mic Drop Sports and the show Steel City Live. I'm Jason. That's Sean. Peace, my friends. Peace, buddy.
Later, bro. Thanks for having me. See you guys after the game.
Later.